Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. I'm up. It's early. It's getting cold outside. I'm like, oh, all those wonderful springy days we had, it's like coming to an halt. You know how that is. You get like awesome days and then like boom, snow comes and then you're like, why? It's springtime. But this is the cold trend. So we have rainy outside, rainy, yucky. I think it's going to stop by the afternoon. I'm hopeful, but it's going to be chilly. And I even think there's a chance of snow Saturday morning. What? I know. But it's going to go away. And I feel like the next week it looked and showed it's going to be warmer. So we're just going to have to go back to winter for a few days. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I know it will come to an end eventually here. So today I thought, why don't I do some baking? So we're going to do some large family baking like I did last week, and having that stuff was really good to have. So I thought, why don't I come up with some things that I can make and then also make a lunch and dinner today. So yesterday I didn't do any dinner last night when I came home, and then later the kids were like, what am I gonna eat? And so I'm like, you're hungry? So we had to scramble and gather some fragments, and we did. They got some food. So I'm going to make a lunch and dinner today because breakfast is taken care of, and then also do some different baked items to have on hand, and whatever we don't eat we can stick in the freezer. So we're gonna have a wonderful day making some food. You guys ready to make food? I love making food. Love making food for my family. It's a good thing. So all right, I'm putting an earbud in. So I'm getting some motivation here today. It's gonna be a great day baking. So you guys ready? All right, let's go. Okay, we're making some food too, so it's not just a baking vlog because I have to eat lunch today and have to eat dinner. So I'm gonna cook some rice right now in my pressure cooker because I'm gonna make enough. I'm gonna do some fried rice for lunch, and then I wanna have some, I have a dairy-free buffalo chicken for Jaden I told her about, so I'm gonna make some extra rice for that. And then tomorrow will probably be a really good day for haystacks that I did not do today. So I'm thinking to make enough, hopefully, for the next few days, and then I won't have to do that. So I'm gonna rinse my rice, put it in the pressure cooker and do it, let that sit and get its work done. Okay, after going through my recipes and what I have, I'm like, I have to be a little bit frugal with some of the supplies I have because I don't have a lot of flour left over, and I'm not going shopping until next week. So instead of doing a huge baking day, which we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 baking items, which is still more huger for anybody than most people. So we're going to do 4 baking things, and we'll also do the easy dinner day. So I'm going to retitle this video an easy meal day and some baking. How's that sound? Light baking? I don't know. You just don't know how the day's gonna roll. Sorry, that shows how life is. I was sitting down and I was getting my recipes out, and I'm like, that's a lot of fat. I don't know if I have all that. So we're just gonna roll with this. So first, the rice is cooking over here. The next thing I'm gonna do is get my bread in my bread machine going. Love it, love it. Kids love it. A couple of you have given me different recipes, and I'm gonna look those up. I will. Today I'm just gonna do what we know is good because it's easy. So this recipe, we've done this the last few times, and everybody likes it. So I'm gonna get that in the bread machine because that takes like 3 hours to get done. So it's simple, it's easy, it's delicious, everybody likes it, zero complaining on it. I took out a stick of butter just so it softens for the bread. So I'm gonna set that over here. So let me get this rolling right now, and then we will get on to like cookies, because we have I'm gonna do monster cookies because I have all those chips in there and they like those. And so I'll get that going next. But for now, let's get the bread in the bread machine. You're just gonna add the warm water, sugar and yeast, let that sit for a minute, and then I'll start mixing up the ingredients for the monster cookies so we don't have to do anything. Does that sound good? Okay, let's keep moving. Coming all the way over here, I'm like, you know what, let me finish up my bread. It's set for a minute, and then I'll do my cookies instead of going back and forth. So this, you just add all the ingredients. I'm using olive oil. I'm sure maybe like coconut oil probably do a little bit softer. I don't know. We'll see. We like the olive oil. It doesn't seem to bother. So we're just adding it in here, but I want to get this one done first because then I kind of know how much flour I have left, because we'd like to have the bread as a main thing. And this already uses 3 cups, so because this is all the flour I have. I'm like definitely out on things. That's okay. Just means I have to go shopping next week. some music. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of music finger there. There we go. We'll do it that way. Perfect. All right, this is just gonna close. I shut it off so it stops moving. So this is easy enough to start away. It does its thing. All right, now we can move on to the monster cookies. Monster cookies are easy. Put them all in here. We made these was it last week? Was it last week? Just last week? I don't even know, but they were really good. Everybody liked them, so I just ended up doubling the recipe. Remember, I had to like add more. So we're gonna follow the recipe properly today. Just put my butter in the microwave on the soften setting so it would get soft. Otherwise, it's really hard, so just make sure it doesn't melt. Alright, they make these not big enough for a reason, so you don't stick things in there when it's spinning around. I know. I just want to get my peanut butter in here properly. There we go. I'm just doing like guesstimates because I don't like to measure peanut butter. It's very sticky. Alright, we're going to leave that here because I'm going to do this for other cookies. Okay, so monster cookies are doing good. They look great. They're in the oven. I do two. I don't put them right on top of each other because sometimes the heat doesn't do the cookies right, especially muffins and stuff, so they're kind of staggered like this and this, and I put my convection setting on so it can kind of cook within the whole oven. So now I'm going to do no-bake cookies. I was at the store yesterday with Jaden and I saw their no-bake cookies and I was craving those. They don't look very pretty at the store, but I'm like, oh, they didn't look as good as mine, so I'm going to make more. We made them last time. We boiled them for 2 minutes and it worked out perfectly for my altitude and where I live in the mountains, so I'm not going to deviate for that. So I'm going to do one batch. I think I should do one batch. I feel like I should do two, but it's just so good. We could have them though all weekend, right? If I do this today, it can last till next week and we can just have a lot of no-bake cookies, and everybody likes them. I know. Do you do it? Do we do it? Let's do one batch. Let's do one batch, and then, you know, just to make sure, we'll see how many it is. Yeah, one batch. We'll do one batch, but I'm going to put all my ingredients in the pot here and heat it over here on the stove. We're going to be good to go. Okay, I've got you over here because the legs of my stand I don't have to like pull out and push in, all those good things. So hopefully I can talk loud enough and you can hear me, but then I can just quickly grab you, put you over here to bring this over so I can do these cookies properly. So these are doing good. I find that it might vary where you're at because some people told me boil for 1 minute, that's it, but it probably depends on if you have an electric stove or a gas stove or what you have. So we live in the altitude of the mountains. That makes a difference too. So this is almost boiling. If it boils on the side, don't count that. Start counting the boiling when it's in the middle here. You can also use a candy thermometer, but for some reason I did, and like they turned out way too hard. So again, yeah, I don't even know what is happening, but that's okay. But 2 minutes worked for me. So this is boiling on the sides but not the middle. So I am going to wait for a few minutes till it gets going, because basically the sugar is solidifying, and then that way when the sugar reaches, like sugar's amazing that when it reaches certain temperatures it like turns into different candies. So you have like the softball stage, which makes the no-bake cookies, and then you have like the hard one, you know, just different textures. So like, you know, think of like hard crack, like a hard sucker, just depending on how much you boil it. So okay, this is boiling away. We're almost there. Boil, boil, boil. It's working from its way inside out. Do I want to show you? I can show you. See the boiling right there? So that right there, I'm going to start it. So I'm going to do my timer for 2 minutes. So set your timer for 2 minutes. Do a little stir here. 2 minutes. It's going to look like this. Just like this one right here. All right, so I'm going to put you over here so I can talk to you and I can continue stirring. So this I'm going to stir. At the end of when it's got like 20 seconds, I'm going to start adding my ingredients over here. You don't have to. I don't know. The last time I added cocoa, it really didn't. It was like balling, which is weird. So I don't know. I'm just doing what's working for me. So I'm going to add my peanut butter and my cocoa over here just to make sure it mixes well. Let me look at my list right here, and the vanilla. And then I'll race it over here, and I will add my oats. And then I put out, instead you can use parchment paper, wax paper. I have none of those, so I put out my cutting boards. That works. You can also just put them on your countertop. It's just you have to scrub your countertop. I don't want to scrub the counter today, and I'm running out of room. So I've got 1 minute left. So when it gets down to the 1 minute mark here, just keep stirring away. Do it on a medium. Don't do high or it will burn. It's boiling away here. It's at 46 seconds. So I am just a half a cup of peanut butter and 3 tablespoons of cocoa. So I'm gonna, it's about the 30-second mark. That's you're right underneath the, what's that thing called? Instapot. So that's a good half a cup right there. So I'm gonna put this in here because it's at the 20-second mark. I'm gonna boil this. I'm gonna add my cocoa too. It's 3 tablespoons of cocoa. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna mix this up right here. And a teaspoon of vanilla. All right, there's my timer. So no more boiling. Just gonna stir this down and shut this off. Stir, stir, stir. I'm gonna move over here real quickly. The cookies are looking good. All right, moving over here. See, I can just do a quick grab of you. All right, add the oats. I'm moving you over here because that is where the bread machine is. I'm afraid you're gonna hear it. You can hear it pick up. But, okay, so my inward, everything inside of me wants to make another batch of those no-bake cookies, but I'm not going to. I'm like, make more, make another batch. And then I'm like, you know what? I can make more tomorrow. I can make more on Friday, gather your fragment Friday. I think I'm just gonna stop there. Cookies. that's okay. Yes. So everything inside me wants to make more, and I'm like, less, Amy, less. So plenty there. I can make more. I have the ingredients. I can make more of those. That's not a big deal. Those are out of the oven. I'm gonna let those cool for a few minutes, and then I'll put them on a cooling rack. Get that. But I think the next thing I'm gonna do is make some apple crisp. So, because we have apples from this last fall, so we made some apple cinnamon oatmeal. It's okay. Autumn likes it. I like it, but the other kids, no, not at all. So that's okay. So we'll make apple crisp because we have vanilla ice cream. That'll be a nice warm dessert to have tonight. So I'm just gonna go like this and top up my apples because they're frozen solid. This is right from the freezer. And they break apart really easy. There's no sugar or anything on these, so I will be adding sugar. Just gonna sprinkle it, put it in the pan, put the other ingredients in a bowl, smash them up, put it on top, bake it in the oven when my cookies are done. So I'm gonna put this in here, let this sit for a few minutes, and then get my cookies off. Doing really good, getting stuff done. Cookies, I got one more batch to put in the oven. I just gotta keep my eye on them because they're gonna brown. Not there yet. Don't mind the alarm clock in the background. I'm finally implementing my alarm clocks. Remember I bought those alarm clocks for my kids because I'm tired of waking everybody up. So you just got to do it, moms. When you are frustrated with your kids, most of the time it's what you're doing. So like, lay down some rules, lay down some things. All right, this is it. So mine is you don't get up when the alarm is going off. You have a certain amount of time, then 0 devices all day, nothing. That's like treachery, torturous for my kids. So hear the alarm, they'll hear it. So we're getting there. Okay, cinnamon, apples. I got that on my apples here. I'm gonna put the ingredients in my mixer here. That's gonna go on top. Real simple. So I can crumble it, put on top, and then I'll bake in the oven for an hour. Then I'll move on to lunch and dinner. Just doing a real quick cleanup. All right, my stuff is mixed. I'm gonna put it on top. My favorite is when you don't push record and you think you do. So this is what it looks like. I crumbled it, and then it was all like chunks because it's the butter's firm, and I smushed it down in the pan. So this will go in the oven. I'll probably put this on the bottom rack because I got one more batch of cookies here. I can move you up here. I'm gonna take these, put these over here, and then I'll put my cookies on top, put this on the bottom, just on one side. I'll move it over when it does, because it's frozen. The apples are frozen solid still. So let me put the cookies over here. All right, so don't mind the alarm clock going off. That's just for the kids. it'll go off for a long time. Yes, I don't know how you can sleep through an alarm clock. Maybe I was just more traumatized as a child. I don't know. Hear the alarm clock, jump out of bed. Anyway, so all the baking is done. The bread will bake in the bread machine, cookies are in the oven, the apple crisp is in the oven. So now I'm gonna work on lunch and dinner today. So I'm gonna do fried rice today. So my rice is done. You should use cold rice. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna use what I have. So I'm going to take and fry a couple eggs. I'll put rice in a pan, and then I've got some steak and carrots. Remember, I already sauteed those for ramen the other day. There's still a little bit more, so I'm gonna just heat that up. Or should I even heat it up, or should I just put it on the oven? I'm just debating how to do this because lunch is gonna be in a little bit. I'll probably just put it in the oven, just kind of heat it up just to keep it warm. And then I'm gonna add some fried egg to it, and that's it. It's easy. Some soy sauce, sesame seed oil. That's it. It's done. Done deal. Easy, finished. And I'll have some fried rice for lunch. That'll be a good, easy lunch. Maybe I'll throw a few pot stickers. We have some pot stickers, but I don't know if I'll throw any in there or not. Maybe I'll just say it's rice time. That's what we'll probably just do that. And then I'm gonna start working on peeling potatoes. My unfavorite thing in life to do. We're gonna make some mashed potatoes for hamburger gravy. I'm gonna see how this meal goes. I haven't made this in a long time for my kids. So do they like it? I don't know. We're just gonna be surprised. So for now, I'm gonna get eggs and just fry a few over here. I don't have a lot, so I'm just gonna do a few. It's okay if we just have a little bit with a little bit of olive oil. That's how we're gonna roll. Okay, how awesome. The beef fried rice is done. That's lunch. I don't have to worry about it. I can work on school and other things I need to do today. So this rice I will just put in a container and save that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get my hamburger gravy ready. I'm gonna wash my egg pan out that I used there and put beef in there. Just heat it up so it thaws. And then I have frozen beef gravy already. Yes, I made way too much for something and I saved it. So we're gonna make some hamburger gravy with that, and I'm gonna cut up my potatoes. We're just gonna do it. Okay, so apple crisp is done, came out of the oven, sitting right here. My meat is ready, I had to shut it off. We were doing school in that. So I'm gonna put in my beef right here with the gravy in here, and we're just gonna let it heat up. All right, so I had a nice big break. The kids and I did a little bit of school all together, and then I was finishing up my potatoes and that. So this is all done. This is what our potatoes, I just smashed them instead of like whipping them. We're gonna see how that rolls. The hamburger gravy, it's gonna be a lot more browner because it's the brown gravy that I made with it. But if I were to do it, I would just pour beef bouillon in there, onions, and then thicken it. So it's a little bit brown, but it tastes good. I've got peas back here. The apple crisp will be delicious here for dessert tonight. So this is what it looks like, hamburger gravy with peas on top. This is what I grew up eating. Delicious. So this is gonna be dinner tonight. I know it's gonna taste good. Like a comfort meal. Like I feel like meatloaf with cheesy potatoes and my mom's peas and carrots is like a comfort food. This to me reminds me of comfort food. So I will let you know if the kids like it in any way, shape, or form. So I pulled out this right here. This was the Immunity Blend. Dried fruit, just to see if we can eat that today. My bread is almost done, I think. I don't know what happened, but it looks like it didn't rise up fully, which is weird. Let me show you. I've made the same one last time. Look at, it's just not as big. I don't know, maybe it didn't sit long enough. I added everything like I did. I was just thinking maybe the yeast didn't get much time to sit. That could be it. Oh well, it'll still taste good. So that we'll have for dinner tonight. Lunch is gonna be the fried rice, and then we'll have some vanilla ice cream we can have with our apple crisp for dessert. So it's been a good day. So I'm gonna take all my cookies, put them all together in a container, and then keep finishing up in the kitchen. So the bread is out right here. It's a little small, that's okay. Hey, you can't all the time do everything good, right? You can mess up once in a while. So I'm finished in the kitchen, I'm done. So what I'm gonna do is close today's video because I'm gonna do some stuff for the afternoon with my family. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember, you are designed, created, and selected by God to do great things on this earth. And once you figure those things out, amazing, amazing adventure. So I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video, okay? I'll see ya, bye.